Welcome back. Do you know that some native plant species are already going extinct? And in the nearest future, if nothing is done urgently, many generations to come may not be able to identify some of the economic trees that Nigerians used to have. And this is why conservation effort is ongoing in two major forests right here in Ogun State, southwest Nigeria, the Olokemeji forest and the Omo forest, where we're reaching you live from. So stay with us on this program as we take you through all the activities happening here. You would love it, and you also learn how to conserve nature. Stay. Olokemeji, a small community in Ogun State, Nigeria, is rich in natural resources, including the Olokemeji forest and the Ogun River. However, illegal logging has severely depleted the forest over the years. On this reporting venture, I visited the forest to uncover the current reforestation efforts. This is Olokemeji Forest. Now, this used to be a forest reserve, but has over the years been destroyed by loggers who cut down trees, leaving the forest bare. Now, it is often said that to destroy a building is easier usually than building new ones. Same as forest and biodiversity. Once destroyed, restoring that becomes a Herculean task. But here's the good news. This forest is on its way to being recovered. A restoration project is ongoing here, which is being put together by the International Institute of Tropical Agriculture. In the next 5 to 7 years, everyone expects that this forest will get back to its original form. And that is trees that are being planted, economic trees that will benefit even those communities living around here. The International Institute of Tropical Agriculture, IITA, is leading a 5-year reforestation project to restore 300 hectares of the Olokemeji forest with support from AFRI 100 and a 10-year project funded by Nigerian breweries to recover an additional 500 hectares.
We have about 3 components of the projects. We have the forest restoration, we have the environmental education, and we have the alternative source of livelihood, because we can't tell people to leave the forest, not to cut down the trees without giving them something in return. So we are actually training 25 household in beekeeping, 25 household in vegetable propagation, and another 25 household in propagation of herbal plants.
An intriguing development is that former loggers are now actively participating in these reforestation efforts. They are involved in planting and pegging trees, which helps farmers identify them. Additionally, these repentant loggers have been trained in alternative livelihoods like beekeeping. They receive beehives for honey production, and IITA partners with them to facilitate sales.
Since I joined this project, I feel so good, and I'm okay. And I use with the salary that I'm earning with this project, I'm using it to sponsor my junior brother with their education, and with my wife, my family.
As we are cutting the trees, it is good to replace them. That's why I joined the advocacy for tree planting.
Environment,
we clean the environment, then use pineapple and orange to attract the bees. Then we use clothes to reverse them, and then process to extract the honey.
I inquired about the types of trees being planted and their sourcing. Native species such as locust beans, odala, that is African star apple, and various fruit and food trees are selected to ensure the community benefits from them. This strategy also helps deter illegal loggers. I visited the center, which includes seed banks dedicated to rescuing endangered tree species in Nigeria.
Yeah, well, I think it looks like 8, but
Research shows that over 4,600 plant species are at risk due to overexploitation for their high-quality timber.
Tree. This is Cleistophilus patens. That is the name, Cleistophilus patens. So it loves to grow very close to riverbanks, and it's a food. The seeds are even, let's say the fruit. You know, there's a floppy part of it when you remove the succulent part of this. So it's a food to an animal we call African civet cat.
Next, I visited the nursery, where the young trees are cultivated before being planted in the forest. Adewale Awoyemi, manager of the Forest Center at IITA, explains the reforestation project's inception and its current implementation strategies.
The Tree Heritage Park is a park. It's about 12 hectares, where we conserve native tree species that are already going into extinction. So we go to different forest patches to get specimens of species that are going to extinction. Maybe they have been declared maybe threatened, or they are even regionally extinct in Nigeria, that you probably can't find them in most of the places where they occurred in Nigeria. So we try to get some specimens, then we do lots of propagation trials.
They preach conservation. By involving local communities and fostering ownership of the project, IITA aims to ensure the sustainability of the Olokemeji Forest Reserve long after the project's completion.
No, almost like 45 to 50 minutes.
Is day 2 of this journey conservation story. Of course, we arrived first at Olokemeji Forest. That was the previous day. And today we are here in Omo Forest, right here for another conservation effort by the Nigerian Conservation Foundation. This time it is called the Forest Elephant Initiative. So stay with us as we take you through all that happens here, particularly the efforts of the rangers right here in the forest.
Yeah.
You live in the forest?
Yes. We have a base camp there.
Oh, okay. Do you have like any weapons you work with? Maybe guns?
No, we're just using only GPS, cutlass. This is our walkie-talkie. That's only the weapons that we have.
So that means if there's any attack to even defend yourself, it's difficult.
It's difficult.
But there's no experience.
We know how to handle them. Even though they have gun, we used to catch them also.
Wow. But when we were coming, I saw a lot of vehicles moving out with so many logs, that have been brought down. Are they certified to log down the trees and take them away, or is it a business? Or I want to understand how it operates.
It's a business.
Are there some that government certified?
Exactly. We have a registered
government policy is that they should harvest the mature tree. But now, everything has been politicized. So they just cut down anything.
No effective monitoring. So
no more effective monitoring, except only that conservation area.
At Omo Forest, we explore the Forest Elephant Initiative led by the Nigerian Conservation Foundation, NCF. Join us as we delve into the tree planting and elephant protection initiative, focusing on the work of dedicated forest rangers. These rangers dedicate their lives to safeguarding biodiversity and protecting against poaching, illegal wildlife trade, and illegal logging. Titus Oniwe has been a ranger since 1989, long enough to become an elephant whisperer, one who can communicate with and guide elephants without force, a rare and remarkable skill among rangers. He shares his extraordinary experience with me, supported by his colleagues.
So me with this my oga, we go to the place where they call it Itasi. Very early in the morning like this, we see many people. Everybody gather, they follow the elephant. Oga, an elephant is here. Okay, we just go that place. So because the elephant already killed one person in one village called Bauku. So we begin to tell them, say, let you people go back so that this elephant can wound now. So this my oga there for road. So I ask him that, can I take the elephant out? Make everybody go. So he say if anything what I can do. And the elephant already facing him. So I go outside the road. I talk to the elephant. I call him. The elephant come out. Come and meet me there. So I take him to down one place. If anybody come for my back, the elephant will pursue him, follow him. But I have to stay until the person don't go far. The elephant will come back for me again. I take him to where I go meet the second ones before I leave there.
I asked in amazement, what language do you use to speak to elephants? Omiwe replied, elephants can understand any language.
Nobody go see elephant when he's coming. Even though he shout, everybody must run. But when they are coming, even though we be 100 people now, everybody will run away. But I have to stay there. So when he reach where I did, we stop.
I don't know how he did it. Like clapping his hand, then the elephant turned back and he went to him. Then the elephant was just right in front of him. Then he turned back and the elephant was just following him. You know, the way your pets, you know, animal, dog or cats, you know, just go behind you. I was like, I couldn't move again. What is this? And they went into the forest, into the bush that I couldn't see the two of them. Then I was scared that I hope the elephant will not have, you know, killed them.
This nature reserve spans 130,500 hectares. However, vast areas are under threat from illegal logging, the establishment of plantations, poaching, and other unregulated agricultural activities. Emmanuel Olabode, the project manager of the Omo Forest Elephant Initiative, discusses the project's goals and the process of recruiting rangers.
One of the first things I did then was to ask them how their bushmeat business was, you know, like 10, 15 years ago and how it is now. So they could easily, you know, relate that, oh, before they don't have to spend a lot of time in the forest before they get a kill, but now they have to spend the whole day and they might not even get any animal to kill. Their assumption is that this thing, since it is created by God, so it cannot finish. The more you kill, the more, you know, it comes back. So that is the assumption. So I have to make them understand that the natural resources that we have, they are finite resources. They can finish if we don't manage them sustainably.
It's my hobby. I like hunting because I gained it from my grandfather. But when Mr. Mana come to me and say, my friend, come, you are killing animal. And you say, yes, I will. How do you like it? Madam, I used to kill animal. So I can't tell you like, but when they told me they really fat on something, you can join conservation. I said, okay, well, I will come to you to go and know what you are doing there. If it is pleased to me, I will do. If not, well, I just the day that I come to this forest office, I look many photos of animals. Hey, which kind of animal be this? Where they find? No, they say you don't need to kill all this animal. You want to protect them. I said, well, I will help you, sir. So I started the job gradually. Still, I gain a lot of things in this Omo forest elephant. I gain a lot of things because I used to tell my boys now that they should leave the hunting because what I'm gaining there now is more than what I'm seeing before.
It was the eve of World Rangers Day 2024, celebrated annually on July 31. This day honors the conservation efforts of rangers and commemorates those who have lost their lives or have been injured in the line of duty. Results from a 2018 World Wildlife Fund WWF survey revealed that 1 in 7 wildlife rangers across Asia and Central Africa had been seriously injured on the job in the previous year. The official death toll, as confirmed by the International Rangers Federation (IRF), was 107 from July 2017 to 2018, up from 101 in 2017. The 2018 figure brought the total number of rangers reported to have died in the line of duty to 871 since 2009.
Some of them, they are faced with difficult situation in the forest while they are on their duty. Many of them, they have to be on patrol, come rain, come shine. So that is why the global community deem it fit to assign a day to appreciate their efforts, because without these people, there will be nothing like our protected areas, nothing like national parks, nothing like game reserves, nothing like forest reserve. And this year's theme is just 30 by 30. 30 by 30, which means that by the year 2030, that we'll have protected or recovered 30% of land area and 30% of aquatic area.
Activities were planned for the annual celebration, including a bonfire in the forest. I even joined in, spending the night there. The Nigerian government has implemented various strategies to curb illegal activities that threaten the survival of many species in the country. These policies include the creation of protected areas, the establishment of national parks and reserves such as Olokemeji and Omo Forest reserves to serve as sanctuaries for wildlife and conserve biodiversity, as well as the introduction of laws and regulations that impose penalties for illegal hunting, poaching, and wildlife trafficking. The government has also collaborated with international organizations and agencies to strengthen wildlife conservation efforts. Despite these efforts, wildlife conservation in Nigeria continues to face significant challenges due to weak law enforcement, limited funding for conservation programs, and a lack of community involvement. To address these challenges effectively, the government must strengthen enforcement mechanisms for wildlife protection laws, invest in habitat restoration, increase funding for conservation programs, and promote community-based conservation initiatives.
The problem with law in Nigeria is in terms of the enforcement. It has to be strictly enforced, and in doing that, government and even other agencies need to support provisioning for forest rangers, for provision of patrol vehicles, for firearms to prevent incursion into these areas before actually taking out the forest resources, and not at the port of exit that they are about leaving the country. You already cut down the tree, and then the custom arrested the person in the seaport in Lagos. That cannot be taken back to the forest again because you already cut down the trees. So the thing we need to do is enforcement, preventing the cutting down of the trees or taking down the forest resources before they even get to custom at the ports.
It is hoped that the Nigerian government can ensure long-term survival of the country's diverse and valuable wildlife species by working together with stakeholders as seen in the Olokemeji and Omo forests. This report was produced in collaboration with Wild Africa.